Welcome to That's My Biz, the Internet Business Showcase, where we bring exposure to products, services, and special causes of local businesses and organizations. Thank you so much for joining us. We are coming to you live from the BizLinks TV studio. Brought to you by Southeast Computers, repairs, upgrades, custom builds, and restorations. SoutheastComputersATL.com. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of That's My Biz. We are so excited to be bringing to you our wonderful guests that we meet when we're out there networking and doing a lot of other things. And because I'm excited because we have Heather with us in today. Heather Rogers was Simply Organized to really share, and I think this is a perfect time, the beginning of the year, for those that are watching it once we immediately release it. But even if you're watching it later on, this is the information that you need. We all need some degree of organizing in our lives. And so we're happy to bring to you today Ms. Heather Rogers. Welcome, Heather.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Everyone, make sure that you get out your pens and papers and take some notes. Also, make sure that you rewind this, go back and watch the shows again on bizlinks.tv. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/bizlinkstv and our Facebook page. Give us some comments. Let us know what you think about the shows and give us some feedback about today's shows. Let us know some of your ideas that you grab from today and what you're going to do when you get out there. So, Heather, I just want to dive right in because of Simply Organizing, initially you came from a sales background.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that and how you got into organizing.
So, right after college, I had met someone who was a professional organizer. I think I was 22 at the time and not ready to start my own business, which is what you need to do pretty much to be an organizer. So I went into sales and I sold several different types of products and wound up in medical sales for a long time. And I realized that I really wanted to be face-to-face with clients and helping people as much as possible in their homes and their businesses. And I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, so I was finally ready about 5 years ago to start my own business, and organizing was just the perfect fit for me.
Wow, I love that. And one thing that we always share on this show, just not even just about a guest, but what our guests have learned with business. So those of you that are out there that are in business or deciding to start a business, so that you can have some tips as well. And one of the first things I hear is that, you kind of got out there, but you looked at what skill sets you had in helping you decide what business that you wanted to start.
Yes. I actually went through a career counselor, which I didn't even know such a thing existed. And she had these wonderful tools and games to kind of get me out of my own head and over-analyzing and doubting and all of those things. And every single test that we did, tools that we used, pointed towards organizing. So I did a lot of research about it and looked into it and shadowed some people who did it and just realized it was absolutely perfect.
Wow, I love that. And so we know a lot of people that are not organizers, so they are grateful that you and your business exists. Now tell everyone a little bit about Simply Organizing. What are some of the services that you provide?
Sure. So we're a full service called a generalist in the organizing profession, which means I do just about everything. I like to say that I'm a problem solver. I think that anything I can help with, from in the home, decluttering, donating, reselling, helping people come up with a system so that they can stay organized once we leave. And then in businesses, I help with time management coaching, as well as if anybody needs to move. We do packing and unpacking. We can help you find a mover. And then we do a lot of project management work as well. So if you need a contractor, if you need somebody to come into your house, but you don't have time to sit there for 8 hours while they're working, then we do that for people as well. And this year we started a new division doing online reselling. So we sell our clients' items on eBay and Craigslist for them.
Wow.
So it's a lot.
That's a lot, but it's a lot that so many individuals need. You know, one thing that we share, especially with those that are in business, and if it's only, one or a few people in your business, you can't do it all. You know, you need to tap into the services that are out there and take advantage of those services. And it saves them so much time. And I'm just hearing all the wonderful services. And I'll tell you, because we actually met for one reason, but then when I saw what all the services that you were doing, we happened to be moving and called Heather and met with her. And I mean, I tell you, your service is great. Coming in, doing that evaluation was so thorough. And it really helped us with our move. So I want to dive into a little bit. First, we'll kind of hit the organizing, and then I want to talk about what you do with the moving services as well.
Sure.
But so in the organizing, who are the types of people that, I mean, is it just people that just you go and it's a mess, or, who are the types of individuals that you end up working with?
Right. Well, I'm glad you asked that, because I think most people assume that we only work with hoarders, which is not true at all. Yeah. That's a very big minority percentage. Most hoarder, it's less than 1% of the total population. So I think the easiest way to describe it is anybody who's going through a life change. So marriage, when you're merging two households full of stuff into one, you really need help decluttering and organizing. Divorce, again, kind of for the opposite reason. If there's a death in the family, then there's all sorts of estate issues that need to be addressed, as well as estate sales and packing and moving. When people are downsizing and moving into a smaller space, that's a good time when people really need our help. And then when people are having a baby, so we get to help people through all these fantastic, wonderful, and sometimes sad life changes, and anything we can do to help through that process. But that's typically when people need us the most. So it's not even that somebody has to be a total mess. It's just that they have a lot of stuff that they need to do and they don't know where to start. I hear the word overwhelmed about 10 times a day. So I think a lot of people just don't know what to do and where to begin and who to call. And so we like to be a resource for our clients and really help them figure out where to start and how we can help.
And that's great. And they don't have to all do it. They don't have to do it all at once, right? No. They may just have one room that they want to tackle and get organized first.
Absolutely. That's the norm. Honestly, when we have a true organizing job, then we'll do a 3 to 4 hour session with that client and focus on one thing. We always start with goal setting and then small attainable tasks, because you don't want to overwhelm them. They're already overwhelmed enough. So yesterday I just helped somebody with their closet. So, that was just one small space in their house, but it was really important to her. She couldn't find anything that she needed. So, sometimes it's just a small area. Sometimes somebody wants their garage completely organized. Some people do want their entire houses, but it just depends on each individual client and how we can best help them. But I do always start with the assessment that you started talking about a minute ago, because I need to get my eyes on the space, and that way I can see how many hours is this going to take, how's best to use our time. And some clients don't want to be involved. They would rather have us just do it while they're away. So sometimes we'll be there 6 to 8 hours and we'll tackle a whole, for instance, unpacking someone's house, and we'll just do that for them. So it's really each individual job is assessed separately to figure out how to best go about it.
I love that. And it's not just about throwing things away, and it's not just about bringing in these organization compartments and all of that, right? Is what do people have to go through even mentally when you're talking about helping them get organized so that they stay organized?
Yeah, so a lot of people have emotional attachments to things, and it could be because it came from a deceased loved one, or it could be just because they love that particular item, they have a memory associated with it. So we don't ever want people to think that we're just going to go into their home and throw everything that they own away. That is not my definition of being organized. Is not minimalism. It is being able to find what you need when you need it, so that you're not caused extra stress or anxiety by too much stuff or the loss of items because you can't remember where you put them or something like that. So as far as the emotional things that people should prepare for, I always start with the goals, and we already talked about that, but I stay on task with them and keep reminding them about the goals. So a lot of times it's the motivation and accountability that comes with us that helps them to achieve those goals. So if we start to get to a point where I feel like they're stifled or having a hard time making those difficult decisions, we'll just go back to square one. All right, let's talk about what you want the space to look like when we're done. Let's talk about the goals. Let's talk about you don't have enough space to fit all of these things, so we do need to sometimes reduce the amount of items in a space. And then the most important thing is to come up with that unique system that's catered to each person so that it works for them. My filing system may not work for you. So it's really important to make sure that you know where your item is and it makes sense to you. If you pay your bills at the kitchen table, I don't want you to keep your checkbook or your laptop or however you pay bills, your filing cabinet in the basement.
Okay.
I want you to keep it near your kitchen.
Okay.
So, you know, it's going to be, again, a tailored system for each person.
Yeah, well, I love that because I'm a big organizer, and I'm a just system and process person.
Yes.
So I love it, and I like the fact that, you know, people can have someone like you that can come in. You've seen different processes.
Right.
You see different options that are available, so that you do find what fits everyone. And I'm going to tell you, everyone on the moving side, get a company, tap into Heather for this, because I mean, it just makes such a difference, because moving is stressful. There are a lot of moving parts to it. So having someone come in like you to really help with that. So let's talk about that a little bit. When people are in the process of moving, kind of what types of services you provide.
Well, they say that moving is in one of the most top 5 stressful things you can ever do in your life. Second only to grieving the loss of a loved one. So we need to look at moving as the same way as grieving a loss. You are going to be changing your neighborhood, your environment. You might have had these wonderful memories in the home that you're leaving. So it is really important to us that we take great care with people when they're packing and getting ready. Part of our moving service is also figuring out where the family or the individual is moving to. So for instance, if it's going to be a senior who's going into an assisted living facility and has a much smaller amount of space, we want to go and see that, measure, use some creative spatial planning. So we talked about when you're moving into a smaller space, how you need to really take advantage of the backs of all of your doors and inside your cabinets and under your bed and things that you may not be used to if you live in a larger home. So we like to do the entire A to Z on the move. So go in, pack, make sure everything's treated very delicately. You know, we bring the supplies and the bubble wrap and all that stuff, and we label it really well. That also helps for us to know where you're going if you're moving locally, of course. If you're moving out of state, then we may not be able to tell, but we want to write on the outside of the box what room it's going into in the new house so that it's easy to unpack it. And then if we do get the gift of getting to unpack our clients as well, which we love to do, then we can place everything into the home in an organized fashion so that you start with that clean slate and you, again, are reducing the amount of stress and anxiety that most people feel during a move. And where is everything? So we like to put the sheets on the beds, have the toothbrush in the toothbrush holder.
I told you.
Just have it ready to go so you can spend your first night there. You're not looking for the sheets. You're not. I've heard these horror stories of people, they can't find their clothes and they can't find their shoes and the kids have to go to school the next day. So we want to make it as seamless as possible.
And, you know, and I love that. And it's well worth the investment. Let's talk about that a little bit because you've started the other division that you mentioned that can really kind of help towards the investment of bringing in an organizer or bringing in someone that can help them with the move. So share a little bit of information about the investment for this and then about your new division that can help with that.
Sure. So we do charge by the hour. I always provide a complimentary assessment so that I can give you an idea of how much time I think it's going to take. We have a minimum of 3 hours per session, and then we talk about the budget. And that's one of the things I always ask people at the assessment is, what's your budget look like, and how can we best work with you within your budget? It does cost money to hire us. We're not free, but we do like to make sure that we're affordable because we don't want anybody going bankrupt because they hired an organizer. With the reselling division, it does help to offset the cost because I think everyone has items in their home that they're ready to part with, and we love to donate, but if it's worth $50 or more, we can list it online for you and then get you some money, and that does help to offset the cost of anything, whether it's the moving company, whether it's items for your new home because you want to buy new stuff, whatever it is that you need. I think it's a perfect fit to do that. So to help with some of the expenses that come with hiring an organizer.
Absolutely. And I'll tell everyone, it is well worth, and you are very affordable, in my opinion, when we work together, and it's well worth the investment, especially, you know, we have a lot of small businesses that are out there, and you need to spend your time running your business, and when you just compare, the value is well worth it for the investment, because otherwise the time that it's going to take you to do it, and you're not the professional doing it, it's going to be so much more time than it would take then to invest and have a professional do this for you, and someone that, because you don't move every week or every month, so you know, having someone that knows what needs to be done, how to pack it, how to make sure that it stays safe, and all of that is well worth it. So definitely, again, please tap into Heather's business with that. Now, Heather, there's another thing that you have going on, because as if she already didn't have enough, right? But that's how we do with small businesses, right? So you have a wonderful project that you're working on that I'd love you to share as much as you can with everyone, because I know it's not out yet, but go ahead and share what you can.
So I have a book coming out. It's called A Simplified Life, How to Achieve Calm. And it's all about the cost of disorganization and the savings and benefits of being organized. What you can expect when you hire an organizer, because most people don't even know what a professional organizer is. So we want to explain what we do and what to expect, and then how it can really help people. And I see so many physical and mental disabilities with my job, and I've been able to incorporate anonymous client stories. Don't worry, I'm not giving anybody's name, but I think that people can really relate to at least one, if not all, of these stories, and know that, oh, you know, I've been through that before, and I wish I would have had an organizer or known that that existed. And I just want people to know how much we can actually help them and enjoy helping them through these sometimes difficult parts of their life. So I'm really excited about the book, and it should be out in August. So August 2016.
Okay. We are claiming it.
We're claiming it.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that. I am looking forward to reading the book.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And everyone, make sure that you grab it. We're going to have Heather back when the book comes out, because we want to, again, I love this topic, so we want to even dive deeper into it and make sure that you get a book. Now, Heather, tell everyone how to get in touch with you.
Okay, so my business name is Simply Organized. My website is www.simplyorganizedyou, which is YOU.com. And then I am at, my phone number is 404-825-2105. And I am on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and almost everywhere on social media. You can find me under Simply Organized You.
Love it. Simply Organized You. You all make sure you go check it out. And I hear the Pinterest, so I'm sure there's some great photos and ideas.
There are.
Good. So before we leave, if you don't mind, give everyone maybe one parting tip that they may be able to use for getting organized in 2016. Okay,
so perfectionism is not a reality. So try not to attain perfectionism. Set small, attainable goals for yourself and your family, and just take them one little thing at a time so that you don't get overwhelmed and give up. So just put 3 things on your to-do list every day instead of 30 things, and you will feel better about yourself at the end of the day.
I think she might be talking to me a little bit.
I think all of us, right?
Exactly.
Overachievers.
Exactly. Heather, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Everyone, again, make sure that you share this episode with your family and friends. We all have those people that we know who need an organizer. So make sure you please share that with them. You can check us out again at bizlinks.tv. Also on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/bizlinkstv. And then, of course, our Facebook page. Give us some feedback. Give us some thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to our channels and like our page as well. Till next time, everyone, I'm Pamela Alexander with That's My Biz. And here, we're exposing your business to the world.
10 years to learn the business. 10 years to make a name. 1 year on your own. It takes time to build a small business, but only 60 days to transform it with email marketing from Constant Contact. Sign up with Constant Contact and get 60 days of free email marketing to generate referrals, connect with clients, and build the business you've always wanted. Constant Contact. Start your 60-day free trial today.
Thank you for joining us. Today's show can be viewed on demand on our website at www.bizlinks.tv. If you are interested in having your products, services, or special cause showcased on our program, submit an inquiry to that'smybiz@bizlinks.tv. In addition, information on advertising and hosting your own show can be found on our website at bizlinks.tv.